Hello, this is Slate with Combo of Rocks, bringing you another video deck tech of a deck that we built by request and have for sale, one for sale in our TikTok shop. If you're not familiar with us, we make and sell custom budget EDH decks. These decks are light on the budget, so they may not be optimal or competitive, but they're definitely fun and centered around a central theme that you can build on. Today we have Arixmethes, Slumbering Island, which is 2 blue-green for a 12/12 legendary Kraken. Enters tapped with 5 slumber counters on it. As long as it has a slumber counter on it, it is a land and not a creature. Whenever you cast a spell, you remove a slumber counter from it, and it does tap for 2 colors, blue and green. So this deck is also by request sea creature themed, but also there's some good ways to combo with this and to make him unblockable once he does become a creature, because a 12/12 is a 2-hit commander, which is not insignificant. But let's get into the deck. We have Kiora, Master of the Depths, which is 2 green-blue for a 4 loyalty Kiora, +1 untap up to 1 target creature and 1 target land. Arixmethes does enter as a land. -2, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You can put a creature and or land from among them into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. -8, you get an emblem with whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you can have it fight target creature, then put 3 8/8 blue octopus creature tokens onto the battlefield. Kiora, the Crashing Wave, 2 blue-green for 2 loyalty Kiora, +1 until the end of your next turn. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to and dealt by target permanent and opponent controls. -1, draw a card, play an additional land this turn. -5, you get an emblem with at the beginning of your end step. Put a 9/9 blue Kraken creature token onto the battlefield. We have Koma, the Cosmos Serpent, 3 green-green, blue-blue for a 6/6 serpent that can't be countered. On each upkeep, create a 3/3 blue serpent creature token named Koma's Coil. Sack a serpent to choose 1, tap target permanent. Its activated abilities can't be activated this turn, or it gains indestructible until end of turn. We have Koma, the World Eater, which is 3 green-green, blue-blue for an 8/12 serpent. Can't be countered with Trample and Ward 4. When it deals combat damage to a player, create 4 3/3 blue serpent creature tokens named Koma's Coil. We have Simic Sky Swallower, which is 5 blue-green for a 6/6 Leviathan with flying and trample and shroud. Plasma Capture, green-green, blue-blue, instant, counter target spell at the beginning of your next pre-combat main phase. Add X in any combination of colors where X is that spell's mana value. Spawning Kraken, 5 and a blue for a 6/6 Kraken. Whenever a Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus, or Serpent you control deals combat damage to a player, create a 9/9 blue Kraken creature token. Serpent of Yawning Depths, 4 blue-blue for a 6/6 enchantment creature Serpent. Krakens, Leviathans, Octopuses, and Serpents you can't be blocked except those creature types. Hullbreaker Horror, 5 blue-blue for a 7/8 Kraken Horror with flash. This spell can't be countered. Whenever you cast a spell, choose 1. Return a spell you control to its owner's hands, or return target non-land permanent to its owner's hands. This does go infinite with Soul Ring, and has some cool synergies. Storm Surge Kraken, 5 blue-blue for a 5/5 Kraken with hexproof. As long as you control your commander, it gets +2/+2, and when it becomes blocked, draw 2 cards. Whelming Wave, 2 blue-blue, return all creatures to their owner's hands except for Krakens, Leviathans, Octopuses, and Serpents. Elder Deep Fiend, which is an 8-mana 5/6 Eldrazi Octopus with a flash and emerge 5 blue-blue, so you can cast it by sacking a creature and paying the difference in mana costs. Whenever you cast a spell, tap up to 4 target permanents. Shipbreaker Kraken, 4 blue-blue for a 6/6 Kraken with Monstrosity for 6 blue-blue, and you get 4 counters. When he becomes monstrous, tap up to 4 target creatures. They don't untap during their next untap steps, for as long as you control this, they don't untap. Inkwell Leviathan, 7 blue-blue for a 7/11 Leviathan artifact with Island Walk, Trample, and Shroud. Pull from Tomorrow, X blue-blue, instant, draw X cards, then discard a card. There's a couple of infinite mana combos with your Arixmethes, so it's nice to have an X spell. Speaking of, we have Thassa's Intervention, X blue-blue, instant. Choose 1 to look at the top X cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order, or counter target spell unless its controller pays X, or twice X. Arcane Signet, Soul Ring, Simic Signet, and Talisman of Curiosity. We have Kiora, Behemoth Beckoner, which is 2 blue-green hybrid for 7 loyalty Kiora. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters, you can draw a card. And -1, untap target permanent. Kiora's Follower, blue-green for a 2/2 Merfolk. You can tap it to untap another target permanent. Nimbus Swimmer, X blue-green for a 0/0 Leviathan with flying. Enters with X/1/1 counters. Again, just a good mana dump when you do have infinite mana. Growth Spiral, blue-green, instant, draw a card. Then you can put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. Incubation Incongruity, blue-green hybrid, look at the top 5 cards of your library, reveal a creature, and put it into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Incongruity, 1 blue-green, instant, exile target creature, then that creature's controller creates a 3/3 green frog lizard creature token. Joint Exploration, 1 in a blue with kicker for green, scry 2, then draw a card if it was kicked, put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. Pemin's Aura, which is an infinite with Arixmethes. As long as he's a creature, 1 blue-blue enchant creature, blue untap enchanted creature. So you basically get infinite green mana because the blue mana gets filtered back into this with Arixmethes. Blue enchanted creature gains flying. Blue enchanted creature can't be the target of spells or abilities this turn. Or 1 colorless, it gets +1, -1, or -1, +1. Freed from the Real, our other infinite with Arixmethes as a creature. 2 and a blue enchant creature, blue untapped enchanted creature, or blue tap enchanted creature. There is a case where you might want to use this as some sort of removal to tap your opponent's creatures, but for the most part, infinite with Arixmethes. Thassa's Ire, 1 blue, 3 and a blue, you can tap or untap target creature, which can be helpful. Aura of Dominion, blue, enchant creature, tap, pay 1, tap an untap creature you control, untap enchanted creature. Slinvoda, the Rising Deep, 6 blue for an 8/8 Leviathan with kicker, 1 and a blue. If you kicked it, return all creatures to their owner's hands except for merfolk, krakens, leviathans, octopuses, and serpents. Ethereal Usher, 5 and a blue for a 2/3 spirits, blue and a tap. Target creature is unblockable this turn. If you're trying to win with a 12/12, that is great. Or you can transmute it by discarding it for 1 blue and searching for something in your deck with mana value 6. Tidal Terror, which is 4 blue for a 5/6 octopus. When it attacks, you can tap 2 other untapped creatures. If you do, it can't be blocked this turn with Island cycling for blue. Enter the Enigma, 1 blue, target creature can't be blocked this turn, draw a card. Slip Through Space, 1 blue, target creature can't be blocked this turn, draw a card. Opt, 1 blue, scry 1, draw a card. These are nifty also for getting slumber counters off of your Arixmethes. Resculpt, 1 and a blue, instant, exiles a creature or artifact. Its controller creates a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. Raven Form, 2 and a blue, exiles a creature or artifact. Its controller creates a 1/1 blue bird with flying, also with foretell for a blue. And Reality Shift, 1 and a blue, instant, exiles target creature, then they manifest the top card of their library. Twist Reality, 1 blue, counter a spell or manifest dread. Refute, 1 blue, counters a spell, draw a card, discard a card. Disallow, 1 blue, counters a spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. Counter spell, for 2 blue, you counter any spell. Negate, 1 and a blue, counters a non-creature spell. Disdainful Stroke, 1 and a blue, counters a spell with mana value 4 or greater. We have Utopia Sprawl for some early ramp. 1 green, enchants a forest, choose a color, the forest taps for additional mana of the chosen color. Bushwhack, 1 green, search for a basic land, put it in your hand, or target creature fights a creature you don't control. Llanowar Elves, 1 green for a 1/1, taps for a green. Arboreal Grazer, 1 green for a 0/3 reach beast. When it enters, put a land from your hand onto the battlefield, taps. Elysian Carotid, 1 and a green for 1/1 plant. Taps for mana of any color. If you control a creature of power 4 or greater, taps for 2 mana of any color. Explore, 1 and a green, play an additional land this turn, draw a card. Rampant Growth, 1 and a green, searches for a basic, puts it onto the battlefield, taps. Fertile Ground, 1 and a green, taps an enchanted land, taps for additional mana of any color. Broken Bond, 1 and a green, destroys an artifact or enchantment. You can put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. Scale the Heights, 2 and a green, put a 1/1 counter on a creature, gain 2 life, play an additional land this turn, and draw a card. Expand the Sphere, 3 and a green. Look at the top 6 cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand. Onto the battlefield, taps. If you put less than 2 lands, proliferate equal to the difference. Ranger's Path, 3 and a green, searches for 2 forests, puts them onto the battlefield, tapped. Map the Frontier, searches for 2 basics and or deserts, puts them onto the battlefield, tapped. Return to Nature, 1 and a green, choose 1, destroy an artifact, an enchantment, or exile a card from a graveyard. Broken Wings, 2 and a green, destroys an artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Shower of Arrows, same thing, but allows you to scry 1. Drowner of Truth, 5 blue-green hybrid for 7/6 Eldrazi with Devoid. Whenever you cast a spell of colorless was spent to cast it, create 2 0/1 colorless Eldrazi creatures that sack for a colorless. Can also just be a tapped blue-green land. Into some actual lands, we have a Vine Glimmer Snarl, Waterlogged Grove, Yavimaya Coast, Overflowing Basin, Flooded Grove, Temple of Mystery, Kitchen, can investigate or create a clue token. Lajara Mirror Lake can be sacked to create a token that's a copy of a creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it. Simic Growth Chamber, Quandrix Campus, Thornwood Falls, Lush Oasis, Simic Guildgate, Tangled Islet, Lakeside Shack, Blighted Woodland can be sacked to search for 2 basics. Ominous Cemetery can be exiled to shuffle a creature into its owner's library. Rogue's Passage can make a creature unblockable. Field of Ruin can destroy non-basic land, and each player searches for a basic. Volatile Faults can destroy non-basic land. They search for a basic, you create a treasure. And Myriad Landscape searches for 2 basics with that share land type, put them onto the battlefield tapped. Command Tower, and then some islands and some forests here. That's the deck. I hope you enjoyed it, but we'll see you next time.